What if I told you the first thought you choose each morning could decide the fate of your entire day? What if, instead of waking up with tension, you whispered to your soul, I am alive, and this moment is a gift? That single breath of gratitude can shift your entire day, turning anxiety into appreciation and scarcity into enoughness. Gratitude isn't something we wait for. It's something we practice. Right here, right now. Before the emails, before the rushing traffic, before the weight of expectations, there is a sacred pause. In that pause, you decide the tone of your day. Will you let the world pull you into chaos, or will you anchor yourself in stillness? Morning is not just the start of time, it is the start of your mind. Think of it as a fresh canvas. Every thought, every affirmation you choose is a brushstroke that paints the quality of your hours ahead. If you paint with fear, the day becomes heavy. But if you paint with peace, strength, and clarity, the whole picture changes. That's why I invite you to step into this morning differently. Not as a victim of circumstances, but as a gardener of your own mind. A gardener knows that what you plant now will bloom later. So why not plant seeds of peace, resilience, and gratitude at sunrise? In this video, we will explore 5 affirmations that awaken peaceful morning energy. Affirmations inspired by wisdom and shaped for modern life. They are not magic spells. They are choices, reminders that guide your heart back home. As you hear them, let them be more than words. Let them be the rhythm of your breath, the foundation of your strength, and the quiet voice that carries you through today. So take a deep breath, feel your chest rise and fall, and know this: you already have everything you need for this morning. Let's begin. And now we arrive at the very first part of today's video. I am alive, and this moment is a gift. Think about it. How often do you wake up and rush immediately into tasks, into problems, into that endless to-do list? Most of us open our eyes and already feel behind. But pause. Take one breath. In that breath, you realize something extraordinary. You are alive. Your heart is still beating. Your lungs still rise and fall. Life has given you another chance today. We rarely see it this way. We often wait for big moments, a new job, a success, a recognition, to feel grateful. But Buddhist wisdom reminds us that the miracle is not in the extraordinary, it is in the ordinary. Just the act of breathing is a miracle. Just the fact that you woke up is a quiet victory. Gratitude, then, is not a response to life being perfect. It is the foundation that makes life beautiful, even when it is imperfect. Imagine standing outside at dawn. The sky is not asking for your approval to turn golden. The sun does not wait until everything in your life is fixed before it rises. It rises anyway. In the same way, when you whisper, I am alive, and this moment is a gift, you rise above your worries. You step into the flow of life instead of resisting it. There is a saying from Zen tradition: when you realize how precious this breath is, you will smile. That smile is not forced. It comes naturally because the simple awareness of being here, now, melts away the illusion of scarcity. Suddenly, you don't need more to be whole. You recognize that this moment right now is already enough. Let me ask you this. What if today were your last morning? How would you see your coffee, your child's voice, the sound of birds outside the window? We often think we have unlimited mornings, but the truth is, we don't know. And that's what makes each sunrise sacred. To say I am alive is to bow to this truth, to stop taking existence for granted. When gratitude becomes your first thought in the morning, it changes the way you carry yourself the whole day. Problems will still come, but you meet them with a steadier heart. You no longer feel like a victim of circumstances. You walk with a quiet strength that says, I have already been given everything, because I have this moment. This affirmation is not about ignoring difficulties. It is about creating the mental soil in which peace and resilience can grow. If your mind is a garden, then gratitude is the water. Without it, the soil becomes dry, and even small challenges feel unbearable. But with gratitude, even storms bring nourishment, because you see life itself as the ultimate gift. So tomorrow morning, when you open your eyes, resist the urge to grab your phone or to let anxiety rush in. Instead, whisper gently, I am alive, and this moment is a gift. Feel it in your chest. Let it sink into your bones. That one affirmation has the power to shift your day from restlessness to reverence, from scarcity to abundance. Remember, every morning is not a repetition, it is a rebirth. And to honor it, begin with gratitude. Gratitude is the soil of the morning, but what grows from that soil is strength. And so, as we continue, we arrive at the next part of today's journey. I carry the strength to meet whatever awaits me. Notice the shift here. Gratitude reminds us that life itself is a gift, but strength ensures that we can live that gift fully. Without strength, gratitude can remain passive. With strength, it becomes active. It moves through your choices, your voice, your presence in the world. Think about the challenges waiting for you today. Perhaps it's the pressure of work, an unresolved conflict, the uncertainty of finances, or the weight of responsibilities. Sometimes even the smallest tasks feel like mountains. But this affirmation is your reminder. The mountain is not there to crush you. It is there to show you how deeply your roots reach, how vast your inner sky can be. Zen teachers often say that a tree does not resist the storm by being rigid. It survives because it bends, but its roots hold firmly to the earth. Strength, then, is not about never falling. It is about rising each time, knowing that your inner ground is unshakable. When you whisper, "I carry the strength to meet whatever awaits me," you are not pretending the day will be easy. You are declaring that no matter what comes, you already have within you the resilience to face it. This is not about control, it is about trust. Trust in yourself, trust in the process of life. Imagine walking into your day like a warrior of peace, not the kind of warrior who fights with aggression, but the kind who walks with presence, grounded and calm. Challenges still appear, but they no longer define you. Instead of reacting with fear, you respond with clarity. Instead of crumbling under pressure, you discover the quiet power of endurance. Let me ask you, how many times have you faced something you thought you couldn't survive? And yet here you are. Every scar on your heart is proof that strength is not something you need to acquire. It is already there, proven by the fact that you are still breathing, still standing. This affirmation is like a shield. It doesn't remove the arrows of life, but it prevents them from piercing your spirit. Work stress, sudden changes, unexpected setbacks, they come, but they no longer own you. You meet them with the quiet confidence that says, "I have endured before, and I can endure again." And here's the beauty. Strength does not make you hard, it makes you whole. True strength is flexible, compassionate, balanced. It allows you to carry not just your burdens, but also the burdens of those around you, without losing yourself. When others see your calm amidst the storm, they too remember their own strength. So, tomorrow morning, when you rise, let this affirmation anchor you. I carry the strength to meet whatever awaits me. Say it softly, say it with conviction, and notice how your body responds. Shoulders relax, breath deepens, and the day ahead no longer feels like a threat. It feels like a landscape you are ready to walk. Strength, after all, is not about being unbreakable. It is about being unshakable. And when you begin your day with this truth, the world cannot defeat you, because you are already standing on ground that nothing can take away, your own inner power. Sometimes the greatest strength is not found in resisting the storm, but in learning to dance with the rain. When we recognize our inner power, we stop being controlled by circumstances and begin to walk with a steady heart. And now, as our awareness deepens, let us gently move forward. We will go to the next part of today's video. Today, I choose growth. Growth is not a single grand achievement, nor is it measured only by milestones that others can see. Growth is quiet, often invisible at first, like the roots of a tree spreading beneath the soil, unseen but essential. Choosing growth each morning is like planting a seed of intention within your heart. It whispers to you, every challenge today can either break me or build me. I choose to let it build me. Think about it. How often do we demand perfection from ourselves? How many times have you said, "I should have done better," and then drowned in disappointment? The truth is, perfection is an illusion, always moving further away the closer we try to get. But growth is always possible. It does not ask you to be flawless. It simply asks you to take one step more than yesterday. One more breath of patience. One more moment of awareness. One more act of compassion. When you tell yourself, today I choose growth, you are giving yourself permission to be human, to stumble, to make mistakes, and to still see value in the lesson. Imagine facing an argument at work or a project that doesn't go your way. Instead of drowning in frustration, you pause and remind yourself, this is not a failure. It is a classroom. Life is the teacher, and I am still learning. Suddenly, the situation shifts from being a burden to becoming a guide. That shift in perspective is what growth truly looks like. Let's bring this to a personal image. Imagine a river. The water does not fight against the rocks it encounters. It flows around them, wearing them down over time. That is growth. It doesn't happen in a loud explosion, but in the soft persistence of patience, resilience, and presence. Choosing growth each morning is saying, I am willing to flow. And in flowing, you become stronger, deeper, and clearer. Buddhist Zen wisdom often reminds us that every moment is a teacher. If anger arises, it teaches us patience. If sadness comes, it teaches us compassion. If joy shines through, it teaches us gratitude. Growth is not found in avoiding emotions, but in allowing them to refine the heart. The more you welcome them, the more you transform. You are not the same person you were yesterday, and that is a gift. So what does this look like in practical life? It might mean instead of blaming yourself for forgetting something, you acknowledge, I'm learning to be more mindful. Instead of collapsing under pressure, you breathe and say, I'm learning resilience. Instead of criticizing yourself for not meeting expectations, you affirm, I'm learning acceptance. With every choice to reframe, you water the seed of growth within. And here's a question to hold in your morning silence. What is life trying to teach me today? You don't need the answer immediately. You simply need the willingness to stay open, to listen. Growth is not about knowing everything. It's about staying humble enough to keep learning. So tomorrow morning when you rise, don't just rush into your tasks. Pause, place your hand on your heart. Whisper, today I choose growth. Feel how those words shift the quality of your breath, how they soften your self-judgment, how they open your mind to possibility. Carry that intention with you like a quiet flame. Some days the flame will burn strong, some days it may feel fragile, but even a fragile flame is still light in the darkness. Remember this, life is not asking you to be perfect. It is inviting you to evolve. Growth is not a destination, it is a daily choice. And by choosing it, you are not only shaping your own journey, but also bringing light to those around you. As we continue our journey through the morning affirmations, notice how choosing growth transforms the way you meet the day. With a heart open to learning, we step lightly into the next space of self-discovery. We will go to the next part of today's video. I am deserving of love and joy. Love and joy are not privileges reserved for a fortunate few. They are the birthright of every human being. Yet how often do we forget this simple truth? How many times have we measured our worth against accomplishments, opinions, or past mistakes? This affirmation is a gentle reminder that you are inherently valuable, that your existence alone makes you deserving of tenderness, care, and happiness. It is not about earning love. It is about remembering that you are always enough. Imagine starting your morning with this thought. I am deserving of love and joy. Feel the subtle shift in your body, how your shoulders relax, how your chest opens a little wider, and how the tension of self-doubt begins to soften. This is more than a statement. It is a signal to your nervous system that you are safe, that you are worthy, and that you can welcome happiness without guilt or fear. Opening to love does not mean expecting perfection from others, or even from yourself. It means acknowledging that relationships, both with people and with life itself, flourish when we approach them with a heart free of judgment and filled with acceptance. Each smile you give, each kind word you speak, each gesture of care is a mirror reflecting back the love you are planting within yourself. Your morning affirmation becomes a seed, and every interaction throughout the day waters it, helping it grow into a radiant presence of joy and kindness. Consider the little acts: a cup of tea savored slowly, a morning greeting to a neighbor, a moment of genuine gratitude for a friend or colleague. Each is an opportunity to reinforce the belief that you are worthy of good things. This is not superficial positivity. It is a profound acknowledgement of your inherent human dignity. The more you repeat this affirmation, the more deeply it embeds itself in your nervous system, rewiring old patterns of self-criticism into a gentle flow of self-respect and appreciation. Let's also recognize the power of vulnerability. Allowing yourself to receive love, whether in compliments, gestures, or shared experiences, is an act of courage. Too often we shy away, fearing rejection or disappointment. But in practicing this affirmation, you are giving yourself permission to feel joy fully, without restraint. Each morning becomes a small ritual of self-compassion, teaching you that happiness is not outside of you. It has always been available, waiting for acknowledgement. Moreover, by embracing that you deserve love and joy, you naturally cultivate empathy and generosity. When your own heart feels nourished, it overflows into the world. You notice the small struggles of others, offer encouragement, and share kindness without expectation. This is the gentle ripple effect of a morning well started, a personal intention that subtly transforms your relationships and the environment around you. So as you rise tomorrow, pause before the rush. Place your hand on your heart. Whisper to yourself, I am deserving of love and joy. Tomorrow, feel the warmth radiate through your chest, the tension of self-criticism dissolve, and a smile begin to form. Carry this affirmation with you as a quiet beacon, guiding your interactions, choices, and moments of reflection. Know that each day you practice this, you are planting seeds of happiness, compassion, and connection that will grow far beyond yourself. In this way, the morning affirmation is not a fleeting thought. It is a daily declaration of self-worth, a gentle yet profound commitment to living with openness, love, and joy. As we carry forward the energy of self-worth and love from the previous affirmation, let us step gently into the final space of today's journey. We will go to the next part of today's video. I walk in peace and freedom. Peace and freedom are not abstract concepts. They are states you can choose each morning. In a world that constantly pulls our attention towards stress, deadlines, and comparison, this affirmation becomes a reminder that your inner calm is available right now. By saying, I walk in peace and freedom, you are giving yourself permission to release the unnecessary weight of anxiety and expectation. Each step you take becomes a conscious act of liberation, a gentle rebellion against the habit of carrying burdens that do not belong to you. Imagine moving through your morning with this affirmation in mind. Perhaps it's a walk through your neighborhood, a stretch in your living room, or simply the journey from your bed to the kitchen. Each motion, each breath, can be an exercise in grounding. With each inhale, draw in serenity. With each exhale, release tension. This is more than a ritual. It is a deliberate choice to inhabit your day fully, without being chained to past mistakes or future worries. Freedom in this sense is not escaping life. It is engaging with it from a place of centered calm. This affirmation also teaches us that peace is an internal compass. It allows us to respond rather than react. When conflicts arise at work, in relationships, or even within ourselves, the reminder that I walk in peace and freedom anchors us. It encourages measured, mindful decisions, preventing impulses driven by fear or stress. Over time, this becomes a subtle but profound shift. The quiet strength of peace replaces the hurried momentum of anxious reaction. You are no longer swept away by external turbulence. Instead, you become the eye of the storm, calm and deliberate. Consider for a moment the freedom embedded in your day-to-day choices. You cannot control every situation, but you can control your response. By practicing this affirmation, you reclaim autonomy over your reactions. You allow joy to enter without guilt, patience to expand naturally, and compassion to flourish effortlessly. Peace becomes a protective layer, buffering you against unnecessary stress, while freedom becomes the framework for authentic living. Furthermore, walking in peace and freedom nourishes relationships and interactions. When you carry serenity within, it subtly influences your environment. Others sense your grounded presence, and communication becomes more authentic, empathetic, and harmonious. This is the quiet power of an affirmation practiced with intention. It ripples beyond the individual, shaping the day in small but meaningful ways. As you rise tomorrow, pause for a moment. Feel the earth beneath your feet, the rhythm of your breath, and whisper softly to yourself, I walk in peace and freedom. Let the tension of yesterday dissolve and allow your choices today to arise from stillness rather than reactivity. Each step becomes a microcosm of mindfulness, each decision a testament to the freedom within. By embracing this affirmation, you are not only setting the tone for the day, you are cultivating an inner sanctuary that will accompany you beyond the morning, beyond challenges, and beyond fleeting worries. Walking in peace and freedom is the ultimate declaration that you are the guardian of your own mind and heart, capable of choosing serenity and empowered to live fully in the present moment. As we close this morning journey, let these three affirmations, gratitude, inner strength, and the choice to grow, become your guiding light. They are not just words, they are seeds planted in the soil of your mind, ready to blossom throughout the day. Imagine starting your morning with clarity, with a heart anchored in appreciation, and a spirit empowered to face whatever comes. Each breath you take reinforces the quiet strength that already resides within you. Gratitude softens the edges of fear and worry, turning moments of tension into opportunities to notice the beauty around you. Strength reminds you that no challenge is greater than the resilience you carry inside, and growth whispers that every step, even small, is a lesson, a movement toward a fuller, wiser self. Together, they form a compass that navigates the day with intention, presence, and calm. And yet, peace and freedom are the threads weaving these affirmations into life itself. With each action, each choice, you honor the power to move through the day unbound by the past, untroubled by the future. Your mind, once cluttered by doubt, becomes a serene garden. Your heart, once restless, learns the rhythm of calm. You realize that the ultimate strength is not force, it is the soft, steady certainty of your own inner space. So today, let this moment mark a turning point. Take a pause, inhale deeply, and exhale the tension. Step into the world with intention. Let your presence be a quiet beacon of mindfulness and love, touching everyone you meet. Feel the pulse of life beneath your feet, the freedom in each step, and the serenity that you can carry even through chaos. And here is an invitation. Share in the comments one affirmation you will embrace tomorrow morning. Promise yourself and us that you will return, not only to witness another morning with intention, but to deepen this practice together. Let this day be a reminder that you are the guardian of your mind and heart, capable of shaping your life with gentle power. Carry this energy forward. Let it flow into your choices, your words, and your relationships. Know that every morning holds a new possibility, a new canvas for clarity, courage, and calm. And when you return to the next video, we will explore even more ways to nurture this light, to live fully, and to awaken to the quiet, potent wisdom already within you.